The weirdest punishments from around the world. In ancient China, one punishment for particularly loathsome crimes was called the kang. This was basically a wooden collar that looked like a cross between stocks and a giant cheeseburger. The offender had to wear it around their neck, making it impossible to eat or sleep comfortably. And to add to the humiliation, they were paraded around in public. It's like the world's worst fashion statement. Over in medieval Europe, they had something called the scold's bridle. This charming device was a metal mask fitted with a spiked gag, used mainly on women accused of being gossipers or naggers. The spikes prevented them from talking or even moving their tongue without getting hurt. Talk about a way to silence the critics. The Romans had their fair share of unusual punishments too. One of the most infamous was the punishment of the sack, or poenacule. If you were convicted of parricide, killing a parent, you were sewn into a leather sack with a bunch of animals like a rooster, a dog, and a snake, and then thrown into a river. Because drowning alone is just too mainstream. In colonial America, they had a unique punishment for adultery called the ducking stool. The guilty party was tied to a chair and dunked repeatedly into a body of water. It's like an early version of waterboarding, but with a public audience and no international outcry. In Japan, during the Edo period, there was a punishment called tsujigiri, which literally means crossroads killing. This wasn't exactly a punishment imposed by the law, but it was a bizarre practice where samurais would test their new swords by attacking unsuspecting passersby. If you survived, congrats! You lived through the world's most dangerous product testing. Jumping into more recent times, we have some odd forms of community service. In the United States, a judge once sentenced a man to stand outside a store wearing a chicken suit after he stole from it. Another judge made a woman wear a sign that said, "Only an idiot would drive on the sidewalk to avoid a school bus." Creative shaming at its finest. In Indonesia, they have a punishment called caning, which is exactly what it sounds like. Offenders are hit with a cane, but there's a twist. If the person being punished faints, they can take a break. So, it's like a terrible game of don't pass out. And trust me, they use this for a range of offenses, from theft to public displays of affection. Speaking of strange modern punishments, let's not forget Singapore's ban on chewing gum. Chewing gum was banned in 1992 to keep public spaces clean. If you're caught with it, you could face hefty fines. And if you're a repeat offender, you might even get some time in jail. In India, there's a unique punishment called public slapping. In some regions, minor offenders are paraded around the village while an elder or official slaps them in front of everyone. It's supposed to be a lesson in humility and a public spectacle, but it mostly sounds like an old-fashioned way to get some free entertainment. From medieval torture devices to modern-day shaming, it's clear that the human imagination knows no bounds when it comes to devising weird punishments. While some of these methods are long gone, others continue to be used in various forms, raising questions about justice, culture, and human nature. As a reminder, what seems normal in one culture might be completely outrageous in another. Let us know in the comments which punishment you found the strangest, or if you know of any other bizarre punishments we didn't cover.